Hi guys, Mike McReynolds here. I'm just here. We're going to give this a shot and see if we can't do a demonstration for the meeting and videotape it where everybody can see what's going on. We'll get right into it. What I kind of had in mind, I have a couple of pieces of oak that came out of a crotch, kind of down the side of the crotch. I'm hoping it'll kind of leave somewhat of an angel once I get done, and I'm going to try to leave the natural edge around the outside. If that doesn't work out, then we're going to go ahead and just make a plate out of it and shoot for getting the angel out of it if we can. So as you can see, what I'm going to do here is take and set this one up, and we'll turn it down and get it ready to go. Now I'm going to try to use the worm gear on this one, a worm screw, and try to get it set up to where I can make it work. I'm hoping it's not too long. I don't think it will be. Now as you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, I've already drilled one hole. I took a Forstner bit and got it down past the bark. I wanted good solid wood for it to work on. So what I did was took a Forstner bit, but I want to take and angle it back a little bit. So I want my screw chuck to kind of pull it back square on the back side, so I'll have more to cut off on this outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and see if I can't get this to set up, and hopefully I won't go too deep to where I get into the bottom. I think that'll do it. Take and measure this to the bottom here and see where we come out at. That's a little thick. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Now we'll pull up our tailstock, kind of help hold it. Make sure it's where we want it. Some good bite in there on it. Turn our lathe down and see where we're set. Never stand in front of it when you're turning it on. Oh yeah. Like that'd be perfect. Okay, what I want to do, set this up where I can come around. Need some room back here. And there we go, that's better. Slide it down just a little. I'll be using a bowl gouge, so I want it just below center. Okay, here we go. And you can see how my angel is going to set in here. So once I get this cut out on the back side with that natural edge, I think it'll look gorgeous. Turning about 1,000 RPM right now. On the back side, I'll be cutting it down from a tenon. Good square edge down here. Okay, need a little more cut. Boy, it's going to turn out pretty, isn't it? Don't need but just about 1/8 of an inch, maybe a little more. But you want a good square corner in here for your chuck to catch on to. The way I get that is I'll take my skew slice negative rate scraper and we'll square that up. Just a little bit of an angle because I've got a dovetail on my chuck. Wanted to see how I'm setting here. Take a little more off. Take it down to that point. Notice I'm using somewhat of a scoop cut. By the way, just by shifting the back end, I can go in or out, trying to keep it level across there. Okay, I don't want to get down to where my jaws are going to be hitting, because I've already got that flush and square, so if I try to do more than that, I'm going to be in trouble. So now we're going to take and turn it around and we'll make it round. Make sure we're not going to hit here. Well, I couldn't work that any better if I tried. All right. If you notice, I'm kind of looking over the top so I can see what's happening. Guys that are used to turning bowls and all that. Guess what, guys? It's almost round. Whoop, found a flat spot. Gotta go a little more. That's even got it balanced out a lot better. Still got that flat spot. Let's make one. Yeah, there's another one here. Okay, let's make another cut. That'll give me a little more room on this sides anyway that I could use. Otherwise I'll be down into my bottom. Just a little bit here. Pretty good. I was rummaging around in my shop the other day, came across both of these. I know they've been sitting down there underneath my bench for years, so I knew it was pretty dry. They were pretty close together as far as looks, and I thought between the two of them they would make a good demonstration. Well, the problem was the bark was starting to come loose. It was so old. So what I had to do was take a 2-edge with them, and we'll see how that works. Okay, one more cut. Famous last words. Take around this corner off and start forming my platter for the bottom. That. Volume. Okay, I'm going to shape this bottom just a little more, and then we're going to take a look and see what the bark looks like, see if it needs to be glued up or if I can get by with it as it is. Got some pretty good cracks in it, but I think it'll be all right. This one here looks like it's stuck a lot better too. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to work it out. The other one I've already got glued up because it was actually coming apart, but this one here's hanging together pretty good. So let's take and turn it around. We'll see if we can't get an edge cut in it. Now let's see what she turns out like here. Don't want it to hit. Good man. Now what I always do, or what I've always done I should say, is I'll take and use a cutoff tool to define where I want the inside edge. That way once I get it cut through the bark, I can go ahead and take that out without danger of taking off the outside. Hello there. Not quite cut all the way through yet. Now we're looking better. Okay. Seems to be in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and start cutting out the center. Doing it backwards and trying to come in from the outside so that I don't get into that natural edge and get it cut. Oh, and by the way, welcome back to the IWT shop. First time we've been in here hardly since the COVID thing started, so I'm glad to be back in here and working with our new lathe, I should say. Always try to work with the tail stock up just as long as I can. Needless to say, this is a pent oak, which I believe is also known as red oak. So, but it does have some spalling out here along the outside edges, so I was trying to be real careful not to breathe in much of it. I think it's going to work out perfect. Notice when I was cutting, it sounded like it was kind of scraping. All I had to do was just open it up just a little bit. It's just scraping. I always want to try to keep it against the body as much as possible. Do the Turner's dance. Just for the sake of argument, let's see how much material we've got in here. I think we've still got about an inch. Yep, about an inch, maybe a little more. Still turning it right around 1,000. Don't want to get really too hefty with it. Still got quite a ways. Yep. Don't think my centerpiece is holding anymore. Nope. So I can cut it out now. No point in fighting with that if I don't have to. All right. Not too bad, not too bad. I think I'll leave it a little bit thick because of due to the fact of the looseness of the natural edge. I'll probably use polyurethane when I finish it, and then it will go into the tendon on the stabilizer. Be real careful about getting your hand up close to this. You want to keep it behind the tool rest. As oblong as that is, it'll catch in. You'll never know it till it's done. Looking pretty good, actually. A little bit wider to the outside than it is to the inside. See how she looks this way. Yeah, looks good that way. And the angel wings came out. Everybody see that? Hot dogs. Well, let's clean her up a little bit, and then she'll be ready for sanding, which I won't trouble you with the sanding here, but let's clean it up a little bit, and I'll have it in show and tell. Make sure I don't hit. I'd hate to lose it now. My wife always wondered how I could do such pretty work since I shake so bad. If it wasn't for a tool rest, I probably wouldn't be so pretty. I didn't bring my scraper, so I'm going to kind of scrape the bottom of it. Not too shabby. And there you have it, guys. Now when I get ready to do the back side, when I want to clean up that tenon that's on the back, I'll take a push block that comes up here, turn it around. In fact, I may even use my chuck, but the only problem I have with the chuck is if it starts to turn, then it mars the inside face. So I usually try to have a piece of wood in here and maybe a piece of paper towel or something just to kind of cushion it. But I'll pull that up, and with the center being where it is, I can pull my tailstock up, hit the center. I'll clean everything off. My tailstock will come up and hit the center. That'll let me take and clean this all the way down to the center. And once I've got just a little nub there, I can either take and break it off if there's enough. If there's not, I'll just take it off and take and sand it with my power sander. Just get it down flat, and of course that's after I sand everything else and make everything look good. Thank you.
These are a few photos of what Mike was explaining on how he finished the bottom of the bowl. Here he's got the bowl finished on the lathe on the inside, and with the block that he will mount in the chuck like this to put the bowl on to finish off the bottom. And if you notice, the piece of leather as a cushion for the inside of the bowl. This is it mounted up for finishing, and then the final removal of the nub, chiseling it off at the bottom, and then sanding it up to smooth it out for the finish, and then the finished bottom of the bowl.